Hello there, Easy Electrical Fix here. So what you are seeing in this video is the most important device where electronic expert, DIY hobbyists, engineers and people who are expert in this field, any other field will have this kind of meter here, device here. So this device called multimeter. Multimeter is a very important device where electrician use to measure voltage, current or also used to troubleshoot electrical device. So in this video, we are going through how to use this multimeter, and also we're going to know the parts of the multimeter where it's important to select the range and make this multimeter operational. Let's start it. There are many types of multimeter stores selling out there, but most commonly people use the multimeter is one is digital, another is analog. The left side of the multimeter is the digital multimeter and the right side of my multimeter is the analog multimeter. So what is the difference between analog and digital multimeter? Both multimeter works the same way, measure and device and troubleshoot, but the way they use the multimeter is different for both an analog and digital multimeter. Now for start, I will show you how to use the analog meter here, analog multimeter. So let's know the parts of the analog meter over here. This is the probe here. This probe, one is red probe known as positive probe, the other probe is the black probe, negative probe. So this probe function as to connect to the terminal whatever in the electronic or electrical device it to show the measurement in the multimeter. So this probe will connect through the multimeter there, the terminal at the red terminal and the black terminal there. Now this is all called range. There's a AC voltage range, continuity range, resistance range, DC ampere current range and DC voltage range. This range will help you to choose what kind of measurement you want to use to check in electronic and electrical device. The round part of the multimeter called knob. This knob will adjust the meter reading needle to the zero there. This will give you the accurate measurement and the reading where you use to measure the electrical device. The reading needle to the zero value there. So what you need to do is hold the selector and turn into the range of times 10 ohm to the resistance value. Now touch the both red probe and the black probe. You will see the needle will move the value of above zero there. So what you need to do is turn the knob where you get the needle reading accurate to the zero value there. So once it's zero, the job is done there. So you will get the every accurate reading measurement over here when you use the multimeter in a different range of voltage, current or resistance. So did you notice there's a screw there? This screw also have the same purpose as the knob to adjust the reading needle to the zero value. Use the flat screwdriver there. Also touch the red probe and the black probe together. The needle will move to the zero value there. So use the flat screwdriver just to turn the needle to the zero value there. Once it's done, you will get the accurate reading. To check the multimeter's battery, what you need to do is change the range into the continuity or the buzzer range. So once you set the range, touch the both probe and you will hear the beep sound. This shows the multimeter battery is functioning properly. The next step is to measure the wire continuity. So I have a cable here. Now I'm going to check this cable continuity over here. What I'm going to do is place the black probe at the end of the wire and place the red probe at the another end of the wire. When you hear the beep sound, this means this cable has a good continuity and there's no damage done to the cable. You will hear the beep sound when the cable continuity is good. The next range we're going to check here is AC voltage. I already have a AC voltage power supply 250 volts. So to select the range over here is turn the range to the value of 250 volts. So I can get an accurate voltage reading at the meter there. So I place the red probe to the neutral and live probe to the black probe. So I will get the 250 volt reading here, as you see here. So this is how you take a AC voltage meter reading here. The next range we're going to use is the resistance range. The range already has the resistance value here. So we need a resistor here to check the resistor value. Now I already have the resistor here from this old circuit board. Now I'm going to change the check the resistor value here. So I select the range to times 1 kilo ohm. So I check the resistor here and I get the reading there. The resistor is too big, so I change the resistance value below 1k. Now I use the range times 100 ohm. Now I get the accurate resistance value of this resistor here. This is how to check the resistor value here. So I also try the times 10 ohm, still get the resistance value. Now for the times 1 ohm, I'm going to use this resistance value as the resistor here. As you see here, I will get the LED light there. So I'll adjust the knob and I check the wire here, and I will get the continuity of the resistor value here. This means the cable also has a low resistance value here. The next range we're going to use is DC voltage, direct current voltage. Now I already got the power supply here and it says 12 volts. So for 12 volts, I'm going to set the range of the DC voltage here is 50 volts. This is because if I use the 10 volts, I won't get an accurate reading. I will get the reading above the 10 volts. So 50 volts is the suitable one. Now I'm going to use red probe as a positive, black probe as a negative. This is because when you use the terminal as a reverse, you will get the reverse voltage. Now place the red probe and the black probe to the positive negative terminal of the power supply, and now I will get the DC voltage here. So once I get the DC voltage, I can adjust the power supply to get the correct 12 volt DC voltage there. So this is how to measure the DC voltage of any power supply. Now I got a DC power supply here. This power supply operating current is 0.1 amps as noted there. So I'm going to use the multimeter to measure the operating current of this power supply here. Now at the multimeter, select the range as the DC voltage amps. Now the voltage amps is limit until 0.2 milliamps. So this multimeter current range is not enough for this power supply. But I will show you what happens if we measure the voltage here. Now use the probe and connect the positive and negative terminal to the power supply, and now you will get the current reading, but it will go above the limit of the current select here because this power supply current is too big for the multimeter to measure. So below the current rating of the multimeter, the power supply load of the current must be below 0.2 amps. This is how digital multimeter looks like, called LCD display, and as the same range as the analog multimeter over there. So we're going to use this multimeter to check all the DC current, DC voltage, AC voltage, resistor value and continuity, as we do same as the analog multimeter there. From this multimeter here, I'm going to sense range into the buzzer and continuity range to check the battery of the multimeter here. Now touch the red probe and the black probe together and you will hear the beep sound. This beep sound means the battery is working properly to the multimeter. While in the range of buzzer and continuity, we can check the cable continuity using the red probe there. Place the both probe of the end of the wire and you will hear the beep sound. This beep sound means the cable has a good continuity and no damage done to the cable. Now to check the mains voltage here, so I select the range into the 600 volt AC here. Now I'm going to put the red probe to the neutral and black probe to the live. Now I will get the reading here. Now I get the accurate reading of the mains voltage here, 239 volts. If you don't hold the probe properly, you won't get the accurate voltage reading here. Now I got a DC power supply beside the multimeter here. So the DC power supply voltage is 12 volt. Now I set into the 20 volt at the multimeter range there, DC. Now I'm going to place probe to the positive and the negative probe of the power supply. Now I will get the accurate reading of the DC voltage supply here. Now it's 13 volts here. Now if I reverse the probe polarity here, let's say the black is the positive and the red is the negative, I will get a negative 13 volts. This means the voltage polarization of the terminal is reversed. So you have to need to take note of this polarization of this positive and negative terminal here. While using the power supply here, DC power supply, I go to check the current for the power supply here. So I go to set the range into the DC voltage amps here, and I change in now I select the range of the amps is 200 milliamps. Now I get the current reading, but it's not accurate because the current reading of the power supply is bigger than the multimeter reading here. Still the current is too big for the multimeter to read. So even though my multimeter is allowed below 200 milliamps, still I cannot get the accurate current reading here. Now I'm going to check the resistor value of the resistor by selecting the range of the resistor value at the multimeter here. So I select the range of the multimeter is 20 kilo ohm. 20 kilo ohm over there. Now I'm gonna use the probe to check the resistor value here. Now I get a resistor value of here very accurately. We cover all about the basics of the multimeter here, both analog and the digital here. So now, which one you prefer to use, the analog multimeter or the digital multimeter? In my opinion, I always choose the digital. Here's why. If I use the analog multimeter here, whenever I take the measurement, I have to watch closely to the multimeter reading there precisely and take note every reading over here, and will take long time to take the accurate reading. If I use the digital multimeter here, the reading all straightforward and I will get the accurate reading in short time very precisely. This is why I choose digital multimeter here. Another thing why I love digital multimeter here, the multimeter I bought here, there's a one button here for the LCD display for the lights. Here I will show you. When I press the button, there's a light there, so it's easy for me to use in the darkest area whenever I use for this multimeter to troubleshoot electrical works. So there you go guys, this is the basics of how to use the multimeter here. So comment down below guys, which one is the best multimeter in your opinion, the analog or the digital? Comment down below, like, share and subscribe, and I will see you next time with a new electrical content video. Thanks for watching.